News.
And welcome back. Joining us now, Ann Alai, political editor for West Virginia Media. Ann, thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks, Bry.
Boy, what a week across southern West Virginia and all of West Virginia. You've got Team Mingo disintegrating, corruption. You got Natalie Tennant launching a campaign to take on Shelley Moore Capito for the Senate. It's a wild week. Let's start with Team Mingo. Looks like to me everybody on Team Mingo might end up having they might have the team meetings in prison.
Good observation. I actually made a list before I came out here to keep it all straight because, as you probably know, it's getting very, very confusing. Oh. This started with an indictment with Commissioner Dave Baisden, the Judge Michael Thornsberry. Just this week, it started to unravel even further. More names are coming out. We've got Sheriff Eugene Crum, who many people
eulogized.
Correct. Right, and it turns out this week he may have been not so pious.
No, it looks like he was buying and selling drugs. And he was I am against drugs and I'm fighting the war, and it was thought maybe it was drug retaliation. Turns out it looks like
he may have been doing his own drug retaliation is what
along with a bunch of others.
Right, and again, more names coming out, prosecutor Michael Sparks. And the thing about this is now that names are coming out, more information is coming out, the rest of Team Mingo, these people who have all been named so far are all known members of Team Mingo. Everybody else who has not yet been named, they're shocked, they're appalled.
But there's more names coming.
There's always going to be more.
And what's interesting to me is the new sheriff yesterday, I'm going to fight drugs. Boy, we've heard that before too.
Right, we've heard it before, and we want to believe it. I'm sure the folks in Mingo, they're worn out themselves. We had a story this week about it. They want to rebuild public trust.
We were talking in the newsroom yesterday, but what this looks like to me is you had a third world kind of just government of the good old boys running everything. Everybody was involved, and now everybody's trying to run away from the team meeting. It's like, I don't even know.
Right.
How do you spell Mingo? I don't know.
Everybody wants to say they're cooperating. They never knew anything about it, but as you said, there's sure to be more to come.
All right, now let's shift over to our political race. Natalie Tennant. So you tell me this: how she's running? She gets a free pass because she's still
right. She has nothing to lose.
That's the good old way in West Virginia. She tried this on governor a couple of years ago.
Right.
Anytime you can run for office but not risk the one you have, that's seen as a good thing in West Virginia. But I don't understand. Natalie appears to be, and she was in the last campaign. She is an Obama. She supports President Obama. She supports abortion or pro-choice. It appears to me that her values don't reflect that of West Virginia. Can she win in West Virginia?
I was at her Charleston rally, and her message is going to be that she's an independent thinker, she's a fighter, she knows how to win, and hey, that might work. She might be able to carry that. And I can tell you from these rallies, she had 5 announcements throughout the state. There's a lot of excitement. People seem to be excited for her to join this race, so that tells me it's going to be pretty close. I can see the arguments and the spats starting already.
And you're going to have Natalie sort of pretending not to be a politician going after Capito, who will be perceived, well, you've been in Washington for 10 years. And Capito, I assume, will be going after, well, look at this. She's not in step with West Virginia. She's an Obama. We'll see more pictures of her and Obama.
Hey, I'm trying to get you pictures of her daughter, Delaney. I've been tracking it on Twitter. She's always so well dressed.
Well, and Natalie, when she made her announcement earlier this week, she looked great. She's full of energy.
And she's a speaker. Her speeches sounded fantastic.
Yeah, she's very good in front of the camera.
She's polished.
Yeah. So, but this looks like this could be a wild race.
And we're still early.
If Natalie can get some money.
It's still early, and you know what? There's 7 other people who already filed pre-candidacy paperwork for this seat. So we got a long, crazy race ahead of us.
Well, and we're going to have some congressional races that are contested.
Right.
Of course, Shelley Moore's old seat. And Ray Hall, so we got a lot going.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ann, we'll look forward to having you back on here very soon to talk through all this, and we appreciate all you're doing.
Thank you.
All right, Ann Alai, final word after this.